Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for February 10th through the 16th. We're going to see what's happening in the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull an angel message for you all from this deck here. Happy Valentine's week. We're going to check in here and see what's happening in the week ahead for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to go ahead and pick your Monday, Tuesday card. Monday, Tuesday for Gemini. Wednesday, Thursday for Gemini, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Gemini. Alrighty, my darlings. Monday, Tuesday, you all have Queen of Pentacles. I'm laughing because this card came up for Capricorn, but I did shuffle. You all did see me shuffle. And theirs was not Monday, Tuesday. But yours is coming up here Monday, Tuesday, my darlings. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign or somebody that has earth in their moon or in their rising. Now, it's really interesting because I don't typically get this feeling from Queen of Pentacles. But for some reason, in this instance, Gemini, for you all, I feel this Queen of Pentacles is someone that you're coming to for guidance or someone that you're coming to for advice. There could be a business aspect in it simply because this is the suit of pentacles, so this can absolutely involve money. So it could be some kind of business negotiation involving a feminine energy, or it could be that you are coming into some stage in your finances that are kind of taking shape or taking hold. I do feel, Gemini, there is a strong sense of money and finance around this card for you Monday, Tuesday. So some of you may be getting very serious about your money, about your finances. You might be thinking very seriously about the future, retirement, things of this nature. So you may be preparing to sit down with someone and to do some financial planning. I do feel there also may be a sense or a feeling of dividing finances. So you might be doing something where you're creating different types of accounts, or you're starting to prepare to save money or invest money into certain types of accounts, or I don't know, stocks or whatever you might be getting into. But it feels like a lot of planning, and it feels like you're setting yourself up for a more comfortable, more stable life. You're thinking more long-term about your money. Gemini, I feel some of you are coming out of a phase where you blew through money like crazy. And it feels to me like maybe there was a time where money was really good and it was really coming in, and then you hit this dry spell where it was like a challenge, and now it's beginning to come in again, and you just have this energy where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do what I did last time. I'm going to be smart with what's coming in this time around, and I'm going to really, really learn how to, make it go the furthest or make it go the longest. So a lot of financial responsibility, planning, making your money multiply, making it grow. That's the feeling and the sense that I'm getting around Queen of Pentacles for you guys. Normally when this card comes up, I get a sense or a feeling of needing to pamper yourself or needing to treat yourself. And I always say you don't have to spend a ton of money to treat yourself, but to do things that physically make you feel good to be in your body. And I always say, bed sheets that feel really great, or, pajamas that feel great on your skin, or, warm blanket and a nice book, bubble baths, showers, aromatherapy, a nice satisfying meal, this kind of energy as well. So some of you may be needing that element in your life Monday, Tuesday, or needing to create that. I feel if you are an earth sign who is cross-watching for a Gemini, I think this person is really feeling like in order for this relationship to work, they're really kind of focusing on their finances to make it work, or to be more prepared. So it may feel to you like they're not moving forward. Okay, I'm not doing a love reading here. I tend to do the love reading separately. There is a link in the description that will take you to the Gemini love readings for February, or the love readings for all the signs, but for some reason that's a message I felt like I just needed to share here real quick. You know, Gemini may kind of feel like, you know, you're being disapproving in some way, or not disapproving, but they may not be sure where they stand with you, or they may not be sure if, you know, you're taking them seriously. So I just feel that energy. The next card here, Wednesday, Thursday, you've got Six of Hearts. So there could definitely be something happening with a reconciliation. When we see Six of Hearts, it could be somebody returning from the past. But it could also be a youthful playfulness, a joy, you know, like happier times. Some of you may have somebody midweek reaching out from your past who's wanting to spend time with you or wanting to see you. I do feel some of you, as a part of like this financial planning that you're doing, there's something that you're wanting to do that's connecting you to your childhood or taking you back to your childhood. This is a very specific message, so it's not going to respond or resonate for every single one of you, but I'm feeling moved to say this. Some of you have had this plan or this idea of going back and purchasing your childhood home. Like, you're like, I want to go, you know, buy the home that I grew up in. And you've been telling yourself, well, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, because I don't know if I can ever afford to buy property or to buy a home. And, you know, what are the odds that it's going to be for sale? I feel something may be happening for you in the next 4 to 6 months, where this is beginning to take shape. This is beginning to happen for you. And I feel like this might be coming in as a confirmation for somebody out there that you are going to be able to go back and to buy your childhood home. Simply because I feel there's an element of like healing for you in doing this. I feel also some of you are doing inner child work, where you are kind of like recalling a part of yourself back. This is going to be for the more advanced Geminis, the Geminis who've been on the spiritual path for quite some time. I feel you're doing something along the lines of soul retrieval. Gosh, that's a whole other topic. But you those of you, that's a confirmation. Those of you that you know what it means, there's something happening in childhood, inner child work, that you're reclaiming a part of your spirit or a part of your sense you feel that you disconnected from, or that you lost from some event in childhood. There's like a reclaiming. There's like a feeling of wholeness, or calling that energy back to you. You know, getting it back. So definitely that energy. And it could be, like I said, for some of you, it could be someone from the past returning or wanting to reconnect. These are general readings, so the energies are going to be affected for you in different ways. Or you're going to be feeling the energy in different ways. Your next card, Gemini, is here. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. So what did I say? I told you guys that I felt like this was a week that you really, really were getting serious about your finances, and about, you know, like looking into your future and the long term and all that good stuff. And here you have Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is definitely going to be a card of abundance, a card of stability, a card of also kind of a sense of permanence. Like that which you're building it's secure, it's not going anywhere. Being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, being able to have money put away for the future. Ten of Pentacles is also a card that can indicate that something is being physically manifested. That's something you dreamed about, or some idea that you had, or something you dreamed for. It's beginning to take shape in the physical world or the physical realm. So I always kind of stay with Ten of Pentacles when it comes up. And for you guys, it's coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't be surprised if something happens for you Friday, Saturday, Sunday that you're like, oh my goodness, like I had been forever trying to manifest that, and I completely forgot about it, and now it's here. Some of you are having like this delayed manifestation where you're like, oh my gosh, like I always wanted that. or I always dreamed of that, or I was trying to get that for the longest time. So you may have something manifesting in this way. Like, pay attention to those manifestations, because what it's basically telling you is that you were putting this out there to the universe, but there was some block, and now the block is unclogged, it's removed, and so now these manifestations are going to be coming in, they're going to be trickling in. So some of you are having manifestations happening. With the Ten of Pentacles, though, I really feel for many of you, this is in terms of finances. This is in terms of agreements. This is in terms of contracts. Gemini, I feel that for some of you, you've been, focusing on this because there's somebody that you're wanting to be with. There's somebody you're wanting to make a home with. There's somebody that you're wanting to create a sense of family with. And for a long time, this is something that you didn't think that you deserved, or that you didn't think could happen for you. And you're breaking out of that limited thinking, and you're seeing yourself in a better way. In fact, I really feel, Gemini, that many of you are going to have Archangel Jophiel around you over the coming weeks, but especially starting this week. If you don't know who Archangel Jophiel is, she's the patron archangel of beauty, of positivity. So I feel like there's a lot of work coming in for you from her, kind of helping you to have more positive thoughts and a more positive view of yourself, to speak more kindly to yourself. So don't be surprised if this week you catch yourself having these negative thoughts, or like saying things in your head to yourself about yourself that aren't very nice. Don't be surprised if you're more aware or more in tune to that, and you're catching it and you're saying, you know what, no, I'm not going to speak to myself like that anymore. I'm not going to, nope. And you're reconnecting it. You're redirecting it. You're redirecting it to like a positive thought about yourself, or a positive way of looking at the situation. Some of you are also receiving gifts, little trinkets, things like this, that are bringing beauty into your life, or bringing beauty into your day. Because Archangel Jophiel is also, like, I kind of call her the redecorating angel. When we're in this new beginning, or we're coming into this new phase, she comes in and she brings beauty into our life. So you may be feeling more attractive. You may be seeing attractiveness in others. You may be seeing beauty in your surroundings. You may even be beginning to, pick up little possessions here and there that are beautifying your living environment. Lots of energy, new energy coming in this way. We're going to go ahead and pull your angel card here, my dears. And as always, I highly recommend that you watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. And you may need a private reading, which we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's go ahead and see what we have here. You have God of Indulgence. It says, it's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence and balance is healthy. Okay, so I kind of, obviously when we think of indulgence, people are going to think about things like food and alcohol. But a couple of things here. If you are someone where you have if you have a drinking issue, if you're an alcoholic, or if it comes to food, if you're addicted to sugar, or if you have issues with binge eating, there's definitely some things we cannot indulge in, right? So you have to keep that in mind, but you might find other ways of indulging, which you can control, or you can be in control of, or you can be in moderation of. But with this indulgence, Gemini, even though I know typically when we think of indulgence, we think of food and drink, I feel this is more about finances. I really, really do. Because remember how I said I feel like a lot of you were coming out of a time where you're like, man, I had some money in the past, but I really blew through it. And if I ever had that chance again, I'd be smarter with it. I'd appreciate it. I'd be more careful with it. Well, yeah, your chance is coming in. You're absolutely going to have that. But don't go to the other extreme where now you're like, I gotta be super, super careful, and I'm not going to spend a dime, and I'm putting all of this money into investments and things like this. So those of you that you are getting into like savings accounts and investments and things along those lines, make sure you're leaving some like play money for yourself, money to play with for yourself. Make sure that you're not going too extreme and being, fiscally responsible. You do need to treat yourself from time to time, so work that into your budget, and maybe your money, that is going to be your money to play with, maybe you can set aside a certain amount every single month. And, maybe you don't want to get anything right now. Maybe you're like, okay, yeah, sure, I'd love to treat myself, but I can't think of anything right now. But just continue your little, your stash, continue putting into that every month or every week. And then, once it adds up and you think, oh, wow, I'd really love to take a trip, or I'd really love to get those, nice shoes or clothes or whatever it is, then you can go ahead and treat yourself in that way. So work that, incorporate that into the budget, I also feel, Gemini, it might be a good idea for you guys to read The Richest Man in Babylon. I will link the link to the book in the description of the video. It's a really, really great book for figuring out how to manage your finances, manage your money. So I will link that in the description of the video as well if you want to do some reading. It's light reading. It's a quick read. It's not going to be something that's going to take you months and months. And it's done in a fun way. It's done in kind of like a fable story, short story kind of way. So I will put a link to that book too if you're wanting to read about managing your finances or managing your money better. So I'll put that in there as well. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to schedule a private reading, you can do so by clicking on the Calendly link. I am having a special right now, a sale. I wanted to say thank you for 88,000 subscribers. A couple of days ago, I hit 88,000. Now I'm, kind of coming into the 90,000s. But the 60-minute video readings, which are usually 150, I'm doing for 88 to say thank you for the subscribers. And I know that might still be too steep for some people, but if you look in the list of the Calendly readings that are available, there's a very wide range of options, and I have some pretty affordable options. I have some lower cost stuff as well, so you may be able to find something that works with your budget. If not, guys, I understand maybe you don't want to pay for a reading, or you can't right now, or maybe you just don't want a personal reading. I'm going to keep the free readings coming. So every single week I'm going to post videos like this. Every month I post an angel message and a love reading. Those are linked in the description. And if you want something on a daily basis, please be sure to follow along on Instagram and or Facebook, amethystangellight. I post a card of the day there every morning. And I do a fun little pick a card game later in the day. So, and I'm posting more like affirmations and things like that on social media as well. So that can be useful as well. I thank you all so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. And I am wishing you a fabulous week, my dears. Take care.